All right, boys. Obviously, a massive matchup tonight. I assume everybody has an Amazon Prime deal at this point. I mean, if you don't, I don't blame you. God bless you. That means you don't have packages coming into your house every day. You could still watch the game locally on Fox 5. If you're in Philadelphia, for whatever unknown reason, you can watch it on Fox 29. 8:15 start tonight. I'm actually going to be in the unenviable position of watching this game in my car tonight. Driving to New York.
Hold on,
can't leave until
Dina's driving and you're watching?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's the dynamic?
Yes.
Our guy Bobby Blicky from Surfside actually offered tickets to go. I was like,
I mean,
I can't go up to Philadelphia.
I love Bobby Blicky, but does he understand that we have a little something called work the next day? I mean, it's very nice of him. It's a very nice
Of all the
offer.
stadiums I'd want to go to, that might be at the bottom of the list. Like, I don't want to go there and get beat up.
Yeah, I mean, why do you want to get assaulted by
attacked.
Philly fans?
I'd have to be like an undercover Skins fan.
I just said I went there
some
a few
people
years
love
ago.
that.
Huh?
Yeah, some people love it.
I know.
They want to be the
relish.
center. They want to be the center of attention, relish in it.
I'm
Yeah,
the complete opposite.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I went
Would you
there.
go to Pittsburgh and all your purple? Like, you like that kind of thing?
I mean, I wouldn't wear my jersey because number one, it's signed, and someone would just spill like Iron City beer on it.
Nacho cheese on it.
Yeah, on purpose.
Yeah.
But I'd wear like a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I went a few years ago. Dylan one year was an Eagles fan. It was just some weird bit. I think because
Poor parenting.
I didn't know. I think Kelsey loves
Cake's good point. That is
Kelsey
poor
loves the
parenting.
Commanders so much. I think he resented sharing the burgundy and gold room with the
is that
Brian
what it was?
Arakpo fathead. So
you got him
why am I still up on Kelsey's
You got a
wall,
McNabb
man?
fathead.
Kelsey's out of college, man. Can you get
No,
me on this wall?
But I would say, like, if you just go, you can wear your shirt or hat. If you just sit there, you're fine.
It's fine. I just wouldn't want to deal with the random ridicule. I just, you know what I mean?
Just in one ear, out the other.
I get, yeah, I guess. It just wouldn't be the place I would go.
I thought it was a fine
Did
stadium.
you
though.
see Silver Linings Playbook? I mean, the Eagles fans are fighting with each other in that movie, not even with opposing fans.
Quit making movie references
You didn't see
to
the movie.
EB.
I know. It's a running bit, JP. You don't understand.
Yeah.
He looked at you with the blankest stare.
I know he's not going to know the reference.
Yeah, I'm not big into that. Silver Linings Playbook, but that was Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence.
I know from the hype.
It's actually a really good movie.
But I didn't go see it. All right, so massive game. We talked about it earlier. B-Rob's going to play. Lattimore out. Austin Seibert out. There's a special teams guy. I forget his name. They signed him. He's out. So, not at full strength, but better. One thing about Lattimore being out is we haven't even had him yet. So, if we have him down the stretch run, I think that'll be just fine.
I'm semi-terrified for what A.J. Brown is going to do to the secondary. Even though the secondary's been better over the past few weeks, slightly better, I just feel like primetime spot. He's had his way with this team in the past. Now, that was with Emmanuel Forbes covering him one-on-one without help, which is idiotic and insane. But I just feel like he's going to be a big factor.
So he's played 4 games against the Commanders.
Yeah.
23 catches, 397 yards, 5 touchdowns in 4 games.
Right. Who is this?
A.J. Brown.
Yeah. And so far, he's actually got I think this seems like a low number, only 28 catches on the year. He's got 553
The Eagles
yards.
I believe I heard this correctly. The Eagles are throwing the ball the least of any team in the NFL.
Also, he's had injuries.
Because they're running the ball so effectively with Barkley and Hurts, especially during this 5-game win streak.
Right.
They don't need to put the ball in the
So
air.
AJ's only played in 6 games, so they're targeting him an average of almost 7 times per game.
Yeah.
Of course, we all remember last year, Manny Forbes just basically incapable of covering him.
Right.
I don't know who's going to get that assignment.
I would guess because of his physicality.
St. Juice.
St. Juice probably draws that assignment.
A.J. Brown's the one, but Devontae Smith's really good too. He's also had success against Washington in 6 games, 34 catches, 479 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Now, the good thing if you're a Commanders fan there is he had a dud last week and he's dealing with a hamstring injury.
Yes.
So I think he was a limited participant in practice yesterday. I think he's going to go, but I don't think he's 100%.
Will they even...
So hopefully he's not as effective as he has been in years past.
Will they even bother to cover Jahan Dotson, Cakes?
Well, I just don't know how often Dotson's going to be on the field.
He's played in every game. He's played in every game. He's only got 15 targets.
How many snaps is he getting? Like, what's his target? His target share has to be
he's getting
minuscule.
1.5 targets per game.
Yeah, I mean it's borderline laughable.
But JP mentioned Devontae Smith. He's got 37 catches on 50 targets, 4 touchdowns. The touchdown guys are obviously Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdowns rushing, Saquon Barkley. I'm wrong about that. 10 touchdowns rushing. Saquon, 6 touchdowns rushing. Of course, Jalen is thrown for 12 touchdowns, almost 2,000 yards. Saquon's on pace for what looks like through 9 games, he's got 991 yards, essentially 1,000. Looks like he's on pace for, I'd say, about 1,800 yards.
It's not a bad season.
If he's able to stay healthy, 1,800 yards and like 12 touchdowns.
Pretty amazing stat on Hurts. He has at least 1 touchdown pass, rushing touchdown, and a 100-plus rating in 4 straight games. First quarterback in NFL history to accomplish that.
Yeah. In 3 of his last 4 games against Washington, he's thrown for 340-3, 319-2, and 319-4.
Right.
3 of his last 4 starts against us.
Mm-hmm.
So Jalen kind of licks his chops. Again, here's a good trivia question for you. When was the last time Saquon rushed for over 100 yards against us? Ooh, how about 5 years ago?
I feel like you're kind of jinxing them with that stat.
Listen.
You're putting it out there.
I kind of like to taunt him a little bit.
Yeah,
I've done this because he's never really. I mean, a couple of years, when he first came in the league, he destroyed us a little bit, but he hasn't rushed for 100 yards since 2019.
But the Eagles they have so many weapons.
Better.
Like
I get
he could rush 15 times for 90 yards, score a touchdown. Hurts could rush for 60 and add a touchdown on the ground. And then they a few passes to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and they're looking at 28 to 30 points on the board.
Now, he's been a different player this year. He's got 4 games where he's gone over 100 yards, and those games have been big, just rushing. He had 147 in week 3 against the Saints. He had 176 in his return against the Giants. 108 on 22 carries against Cincinnati. He went wild against Jacksonville Cakes. He had 159 there, plus another 40 receiving.
Mm-hmm.
He also missed his opener. He had over 100 yards there. So he's had 5 games where he's gone for over 100.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I missed that early on. And he had 159 against Jacksonville.
Guy's averaging almost 6 yards a carry. Now, traditionally, I know that you've said this about Saquon because we've faced him so many times. You feel like he's an all or nothing guy.
Kind of an all or nothing guy. Kind of is. Last week he had 66.
He can rip off long ones for sure. I think he's been more consistent this year.
There's no doubt about it. Look, I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just trying to find any angle I can.
It's going to be a huge task. Like I think Philly's going to get in the 30s.
Well, if that's the case, then hopefully the Commanders are also in the 30s.
Right. I just logged into FanDuel. I see Cousin Sal. You want to bet with Cousin Sal on FanDuel?
My first question is, who is Cousin Sal?
I thought you might know, Cakes.
I don't know who this Cousin Sal is. Am I missing something
if you want to take this bet, they've got a little parlay here. You could go over the 43.5.
Okay, I like that.
That's an alternate, though.
Yeah, that has to be an alternate spread,
that
right?
Seems low, right? Anytime touchdown from Jalen Hurts. This is a very Philly-centric
yeah, it is.
Bet. Under 226 passing from Jaden and over 90 yards rushing for Saquon. If you like that, if you want some sort of emotional hedge, $10 bet wins 78 plus 780. $100 bet wins 780.
Cousin Sal, I had to double check because I thought it was right. He's Jimmy Kimmel's cousin.
Okay.
And he became kind of famous as Jimmy Kimmel's guy. And I think he's on Fox now.
I watch Jimmy Kimmel as much as I watch C-SPAN at this point, which is 0.
If you're interested in any anytime touchdown wagers tonight to keep you interested, okay? B-Rob, anytime touchdown in his return, plus 140.
Ooh.
Terry, who I've been riding lately, but he didn't get me one last week, plus 180.
Drabby, do you want to weigh in on your nugget with the plus 180 on Terry McLaurin? Why that's probably a bad bet?
Why is that a
The
bad
nugget
bet?
you dropped on us during the break?
Well, Terry's been playing out of his mind, and it's been fun to watch.
He didn't get one last week.
I know, but he gets so many targets and so many big catches down the field that he's playing great. It's awesome. But I am intrigued by the start from Quinyon Mitchell, the cornerback from the Eagles, who was the first-round draft pick, I believe, out of Toledo. He really blew up last year and had a great senior bowl in Mobile. But I was reading something that said his stats, his coverage stats, are better than Sauce Gardner's as a rookie. And you only have
impressive.
a 23%.
And he'll be on Terry.
I'm guessing only a 23% completion percentage when targeted.
Mm-hmm.
How to counter that, Terry's having an unbelievable year. In fact, I saw this from the 33rd team yesterday, retweeted it at Junks Radio. He has the highest, Terry McLaurin, catch rate over expected out of any player in any season over the past 6 years.
In other words, on contested type balls, that kind of
Basically.
thing? Yeah.
You know, certain it includes all the catches. So you're expected to catch ones that are right at you, but you're not necessarily expected to catch, these low probability things. And he's bringing down everything. He's plus 14.6% in catch rate over expected.
Do you like Jaden Daniels? So he's plus 180 to score a touchdown. Do you like Jaden Daniels plus 210?
No.
I like
to rush it in.
Yeah. All right. How about this one? How about this on a flyer? Anytime touchdown. This is this is the epitome of a gamble.
Okay.
But he might be due for one. Diami plus 900.
I don't know if I love that.
You hate that? What if you just catch him long on one? Just catch him sleeping.
All he had to do was catch one last week. It was right in his hands.
He had a layup last week. And
I didn't even remember.
Are you sure that's anytime or is that first tee day?
No, anytime.
9-1, especially.
Don't you think that's pretty good?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I kind of like that. Even if you just put $10 to win 90.
Do it. I'll chop it with you.
Okay.
He's got one this year.
Okay.
Put like 50 on it. Don't put because you're gonna be salty when it hits. It's just for $10. And it's 90.
50 would fill up my account. I only got like $200 in my account.
You need to start building that thing up.
I like to manage my account, Case.
Understood.
Let me just see if I can give you any other.
Solid bankroll management.
I like that one though. Don't you think that? That's a good flyer.
Yeah.
If you want a flyer,
he's the he's the deep.
He's
deep
the
threat.
guy.
And if everyone's focusing on
Terry, yeah. Right, why didn't he just run something and
automatic focus,
catch him in a blitz?
Boom.
Diami streaking down the sideline. Boom. Valdez and I chopping $45.
Put it in right now.